Hi everyone, I'm Christine and I'm here to share with you if you are looking at Lentoria, the newly launched project coming up next month. These are the 4 pointers that you want to consider because it's actually situated at Lentor Collection. So for Lentoria, it's actually a newly launched project that will be launching next month and is actually within 3 minutes walk to Lentor MRT, which is just over here. So Lentoria, this new launch project has a total of 267 units and it will TOP somewhere July 2027. So you may have heard of a lot of hype from this Lentor collection, and Lentoria break-even price, as you can see here, is actually estimated 1716 PSF versus the other two land plot estimation at 1542 and 1538. So you may be wondering why Lentoria, since it's going to be break-even of higher price, should I still buy Lentoria or should I wait for the other two plots of land? So some of you might have heard from a friend about Lentor Collection. So what is Lentor Collection? Just some update for you. As you can see from here, there are actually 7 plots of land. And today we are talking about Lentoria. But in fact, if you take a closer look, there are actually 2 more plots of land. And the land bidded estimation price, in fact, is lower than Lentoria. So how much lower? The break-even price for Lentoria is actually at 1716. And the other 2 plots of land is only at 1542 and 1538. So you'll be wondering, why should I buy Lentoria? Something to take note is that Lentoria will be the last plot of land in Lentor that will not be affected by harmonization of floor area. So what is harmonization and how can it affect my decision in purchasing?
So in the past, the different agencies like URA, SCDF and BCA will measure the floor area by different methods. Some they do it from the side of the wall and some they do it from the center of the wall. So to keep in harmony with all the agencies, they decided to keep to the center of the wall to measure the floor area. So in the past, the aircon ledge and the high ceiling where the airspace are actually excluded as strata area from the GFA. Today, they are actually included in the GFA. Okay, so what does that actually mean? So for example, in the past, where the GFA is 100 square feet, this 20 square feet will be the aircon ledge. So the actual GFA is 100 square feet, but when the developer sells to you, they will be selling you at 120 square feet and you are paying for the full 120 square feet. But for now, if you have 100 square feet and this aircon ledge of 15 square feet will actually be included in the 100 square feet GFA that the developer will sell to you. So 2 things can happen from here. Firstly, the developers, to maintain the same profit margin, they will have to increase the PSF, or either that is that you will have actually a smaller livable area.
So after knowing this, you can see that even though the developer bidded the land at a lower price, it doesn't equate a cheaper price for us. So the next part will be the entry price. Lentoria is estimated to be launching at 2001 PSF. And you'll be wondering whether this is a good price to go in. Well, let's take a look at the resale and see how it has been performing. A nearby project, Panorama, TOP in 2017, has already transacted at almost 2000 PSF. So the next question you have to ask yourself is that, are you willing to pay a resale at 2000 or a new launch at only 2001 PSF? So now let's compare with a new launch. There's a new launch that has actually been bidded at Woodlands at Champion Way. As you can see from here, the break-even price is 1687, and with a profit of 20% is estimated to launch at 2024 PSF. So the next question you have to ask yourself is that, if Woodlands and Lentor is going to sell at the same price, which one would you rather buy or invest in? Finally, some of you might be wondering, who are your future buyers and where do they come from? Well, as you can see from this master plan, okay, Lentor is actually just over here. There's actually a very big plot of land that is actually under residential. So this could likely be a HDB or a mix of private property, and this could very high chance be our potential upgrader. As you can see from here, Lentor is situated where there's a lot of landed enclaved property, and they could be actually our future downgrader, or they could have children who would like to stay near their parents. And if you're wondering, is this enough to be our future buyer? Well, let's take a look at some of the projects nearby and what are the buyers mixed. If you look at Castle Green, okay, Castle Green has a good mixture of buyers from HDB at 55% and a private of 44%. And another property near us like Season Park, it also has a very good mix of HDB and private property buyers. So you do not really have to worry where would your buyers come from. It could be a good mix of private and HDB upgraders. Well, we have moved on to the last part, which is the effect of buying a property within 1 kilometer to a good school. As you can see from this article, property within 1 kilometer generally creates more demand, and usually that will equates to higher profits. And the good news is, Lentoria is within 1 kilometer to St. Nicholas Primary School among the Lentor Collection. So if you're wondering which project to consider in Lentor Collection, feel free to drop us a DM today. We'll be glad to share with you more. See ya!